going to be able to dictate where this match takes place again. It seems like Molinaro was very comfortable. We were underway, 65 kilograms, match 2. Zain Retherford in the red, and he's in on a single leg right away. Goes kind of from right to left, it looked like.
And he's got a hold of both legs, actually. Now he lets go and has a hold of one. Good sprawl from the Gorilla Hulk. And he's going to take Zain towards the edge. Wisely, Retherford circles himself back to the center.
Pressure.
And taking ground again, Zain Retherford, nothing new. Getting to that collar now, and clearing ties is Molinaro. Trying to make his second straight team. Retherford, you have to figure, going to be the guy at some point.
You would imagine. He seems like he's next in line. He took third at the Olympic trials last year while he's just a sophomore in college, and dominated everybody last year and again this year, and looks to do the same next year. And yeah, and he'll be right there every year during this quad, I believe, and then some if he'd like to. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Match number 2, no score between Retherford and Molinaro. And they're going to tell Zain.
Hands to the face.
Keep the hands out the face.
And we got some more blood here with Molinaro.
Frank got cut on his face during match number 1, like on his cheek area. The zygomatic process, maybe. That's your cheekbone.
How about the mustache? We've been talking a lot about the baldness. The mustache.
Shaves the head, lets the mustache go, and that's that stingy stuff.
Yeah.
I think Frank's head worse.
Frank representing Southeastern RTC, Virginia Tech. Hokies assistant coach now. There with Coach Frere and Coach Tony Roby, the new head coach.
Frank kind of resembles Uncle Creepy, MMA fighter Ian McCall. Little guy with the mustache.
Not familiar.
He's like a 25-pounder, 33-pounder, 35-pounder, I guess.
So we're back underway, 90 seconds, we're scoreless here. Zain.
And there was a whistle, what was that? Referee wants to see action. Halfway through the first period.
I'm not sure what that was for. I don't think someone got warned for passivity. It just looked like it's kind of a stoppage, 5 seconds into wrestling. Retherford hasn't deviated much from his original game plan. Take ground, try to get to legs, just hasn't happened. And now we're gonna have another stoppage. And Molinaro gonna go on the clock. Not unfamiliar situation for Frank Molinaro.
He's got 30 seconds to score, 1:10 to go in the first. And it's Retherford coming to 2-on-1. Molinaro trying to pull that head down, they break.
Smart wrestling from Retherford, knowing he's on the clock, want to eat up a little bit of time, get that point, get to a control tie 2-on-1, but he breaks free. And that's going to do it. 1 point on the board, they don't stop it. Retherford takes a 1-0 lead. Oh, and there's that
left-handed high crotch, yeah, and kind of just steps out of it, does Retherford. And you see Zain posting up on the head, but it's up on the head. And really, I wonder if that bald head almost has like grippy, like a little grip when you put your hand on it instead of, hair that might slide a little bit easier.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
14.
Nice hard club there from Zain Retherford. Very excellent hand fighter, both of these guys. But
Zain coming back with some heavy hands of his own. I mean, check that. Frank coming back with some heavy hands of his own. That'll do it. First period to a close. 1-0. Zain Retherford with the lead. Frank Molinaro, a little blood on him.
He looks ridiculous.
with the hair, cut eye, the mustache, all of it, the vein popping out the side of his forehead.
it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
It's so I love it. He looks awesome.
It's awesome.
Doc, the trainer, putting a little bit more of that whatever on it to help keep it from bleeding.
Ready.
This one was more low scoring. Last one was
Yeah.
7-6. This one just 1-0 into the second. Zain leading on that shot clock violation.
Taking ground, sticking, moving is Zain Retherford. Molinaro, we've seen it so many times, pick those spots. There he fires off an attack front headlock for Zain Retherford. Controlling the tie, now trying to get a step out was Molinaro, but able to circle up excellently is Zain Retherford. Now he has his back to the center. Once a nice single leg, Zain Retherford in deep, looking to finish, and he's gonna do just that, 2-point takedown. Zain Retherford extending his lead 3-0.
Retherford looking to make the first match 3 of this entire series, and he goes armbar on top.
Oh.
He's gonna lose that. Frank's arms are too strong to do that too.
Right arm.
So it's 3-0.
Whistle ready.
Still well within striking distance, especially with Molinaro's feet to back
You
capability.
need 5 seconds on the clock for him to put up 4 points.
That sounds like a challenge. You gonna do
We'll
that?
see. Give me get 2 minutes, I'll tell you.
Molinaro circling to his left.
Backing up.
Rutherford staying in good position. You see, never really breaks.
Fingers blue.
Staying nice and low, and then hard club and circle from Rutherford. Pushing, keeping Molinaro at bay. Oh, there it is, an attack, but Rutherford catches it. 90 seconds to go.
Zain attacking here on the edge, and he's going to get 2-1-1.
Sometimes we'll give the continuation there.
That
Sometimes
was all the way up on the carpet.
I'll never. But the one I'll
Sometimes.
always go back to is the Dake Taylor one in
Hey,
2015. He doubled it. He started on mat 3. He finished the takedown on like mat 1, and they threw up 4. It was crazy. So ever since then, I'm like, well,
Maybe.
you never know. They're in section 102, and they get the 4. Yeah, there's no telling.
2 counties over.
So it's 4-0 now. Still a 4-pointer, and Molinaro's winning.
And he attacks the head for probably just that reason, Christian.
Minute 5, and this could be our first one. This one's poised to go 3 potentially as Molinaro's getting those gorilla paws moving. Trying to open up Retherford. Fires off an attack. Retherford able to catch him again. Circle square up and comes up with an underhook right side of his own. Little singlet grab there from Molinaro and Retherford, it looks like.
Down to our final 45. Rutherford wrestling in a very solid match. Made some nice adjustments from match 1. Molinaro unable to get to him.
There's another shot, but it's Retherford that catches him. He's got the single. That's going to be 2. 6-0 lead.
Out of reach. Out of reach. A 6-point lead for Zain Retherford, and I just don't see how Frank Molinaro can come back in this one. The college junior looking to force match 3. 15 seconds away, and Frank
looks resigned to match 3 at this point, but no,
you
just
know what?
kidding.
Let's give it a 1 shot up on the field. Let me try another head
Ooh.
Protect yourself. Protect yourself.
I don't know. They're going to say,
pinch.
let's delay your MMA debut here, Frank. Can we hold on?
And Frank's going to concede the final
Ooh.
5. Zain says, you know what,
Not
I'm going to
Zain.
club you.
He's Frank's
gonna
like, I
club
thought
you
we
back."
agreed, match 3. Zane's like, well, no. So there's our first. This one is going 3. First one from Molinaro, but it was all Zain at match number 2.
Yeah, Zain Retherford. We'll check out some of the highlights from this match, and he swings right into that single. Beautifully done.